Hello, everybody!
Hey!
We're here!
Welcome!
Sorry, we just blew out your speakers.
Did we blow out your speakers? I hope not.
We didn't drop frames either! Yay!
Yeah!
Go!
We're getting our problems worked out!
Yeah.
Alright,
we got our
Excuse me,
big boy
OBS
mics
needs to
on.
get its problems worked out. We figured this shit
We
out.
got our shit figured out.
Yeah, whoa.
Anyways, welcome to the third episode of the Swordcast Adventures Plays Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We are back yet again. If you guys are all ready,
Yeah, we're ready.
I think we can just jump right into it.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
I'm so down.
Alright.
Do you want to get... Oh, we already gave a recap on our things. If you haven't checked it out, you should. It's really good.
And from what it sounds like, that's going to be a pretty common thing.
It's super
from now
fun. I'm really excited to continue doing it.
Keep going.
Is that a cabbage patch? That's a cabbage patch. Continue the cabbage patch.
So with that, we will definitely be posting more recap videos of our sessions. We're going to start getting some different people involved, so it's not just Roz and Jess all the time. But I will do a quick recap for you all, real quick, in case you guys haven't watched that. Last time, you guys had accepted a quest from Volo Fan and decided to go look for a friend of his that's been missing for a couple days. Where we picked up last time, you guys had met back up at the Skewered Dragon. Qualis and Savian came back from the warehouse, and then you guys all decided that you were going to head back that same evening. When you guys did, you were able to get inside, but upon a crit fail happening and Savian tripping on the floor as he entered the building, he alerted their presence to a group of feathered beings that were in the warehouse, who had seemingly just killed a bunch of people as there were dead bodies laying everywhere.
We're not going to judge you. I'm totally going to judge you.
Can't judge the dead.
After Brago's perception check where they spotted him,
We're so good.
Never ending level
they
1.
did roll really high, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But still, the one made a signal, and they all began to run across the warehouse and attack you. After the fight was over, you found multiple bodies lining the walls of the warehouse. You also found multiple crates and boxes and all sorts of weapons and armor and all sorts of good stuff laying around the warehouse, which Sabian then informed everybody that it belonged to the Black Network. Don't touch. Do not touch.
Not touchy!
Which Sarmea decided to touch anyways, and
As she
almost caused a conflict between the two of them. But then after some further investigation of the warehouse, you guys found somebody hiding in a closet area underneath the staircase, who turned out to be Renee or Neverember, the son of the last Open Lord of Waterdeep. As you guys met, you guys had some slight conversation. He filled you in on the fact that him and Floon were kidnapped after leaving the Skewered Dragon a few nights ago. And then they were brought here, where they were questioned. And while they were being questioned, this group of Kenku and a few others invaded the warehouse and took them, kidnapped Floon a second time and took him somewhere else, mistaking him for Neverember. Neverember informed you guys that he thought that they were looking for him because they believed his father had hidden a bunch of money somewhere in Waterdeep while he was the Open Lord, and thought that he might have something to do with it or have some information. They believed that there was this artifact that was in control of the Xanathar Guild that somehow caused some tension in between the two groups, and they are trying to get it back, as it has gone missing. After your guys' conversation with Neverember, you all decided that you were about to leave, but as you were getting ready to leave, you heard footsteps, and lots of them coming from outside towards you guys. You guys had spoke quickly about trying to escape out the back door, but to no avail, as a crowd of City Watch guards had burst into the door and found you all there. If Neverember hadn't been present, then you guys very likely would have been arrested for being in the known basically gang hideout. You guys talk to
Filthy
the
criminals.
the captain of the guard, and he Neverember was able to convince him to let you guys go on your way, which you guys did, and ended up deciding to go into the sewers to follow some signs that Neverember heard some Kenku over talking about. You guys made it into the sewer, and after a bit of traveling, found this Y section of tunnel, and you found some small floating creatures with eye stalks.
Grapefruit sized, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Quite small. But they did some hefty damage as they were able to take out Zin with
One go.
one
Yeah,
hit.
it was.
that
I
hit her.
don't think I got to move that
Yeah,
combat.
yeah.
That was it.
But you guys still took them out.
We did.
But without having
Well,
any
they did.
healing spells or supplies, you guys were kind of in a mad dash to figure out what to do with Zin. There being a ladder there at the intersection, you took her up the ladder and found a small storage area where you ended up being walked in on by a young tiefling boy named Arxir, who
My
is
brother!
Sarmea's brother, who works at the Spouting Fish, which was the
Spouting
cellar you
Fish.
guys found yourselves in.
That's what you said. You were right. Spouting fish.
I was right.
Yeah,
You
you
were
were
right.
right.
Sweet.
Deus ex machina. Little brother.
He then saw you guys' predicament. You told him about what was going on, and he was able to run off and find a small stash that he knew his boss had for emergency situations, and stole a health potion from his employer and gave it to you guys to help out Zin.
He's a good brother.
Never
At
paid
which
him off.
case, you guys gave him some gold for his troubles,
True.
and then you guys made your way back down into the sewers to continue your search. After a little bit more traveling, you guys came to a roundabout section, and as you walked through it, were attacked by arrows coming through some small slits in the wall. After taking some damage, you guys were able to make it through and get rid of them. And that's kind of where we sit now, is you guys decided to take a short rest, and kind of bind your wounds.
Yeah.
Speaking of, yeah, you just got an arrow pulled out of your chest, your gut.
Yeah.
That was more my shoulder.
Yeah.
I also got one pulled out.
But Sin helped me.
Renaer took one in the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you lost a hand axe, correct?
I lost a hand axe.
Yeah.
Just
You were able to
lost
recover
it.
one.
I threw it.
Because
at
he
somebody,
he
but I
hasn't found
can't
out a
go-
way to get into there.
I don't know how to get into here.
Oh, I think we'll find out.
Man.
On this episode of
Swordcast
Adventures.
Long game.
But yeah, so that's where we are. So you guys all are gathered in this central area here, where you slew the one goblin, where Braga was able to recover his single hand axe. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Are we? Is this at the end of the short rest?
Yeah, I would say
Oh,
this is at the
short
end of your
rest?
short rest.
Well,
So if you guys can roll any hit dice or do whatever, feel free.
I rolled
Let me
mine.
check where
You already
I'm
did
at
before we
here.
left. Yeah.
Actually,
Before
me
we
too.
ended last time.
Do we know what's down the stairs?
Well, I'm good for
That's
now.
down. About.
Yeah, those stairs go down.
Yeah. Okay. Do we know what's down?
Sabian went and took a peek around the corner, and he saw a hallway that goes down and turns to the right.
And is there we know that you can go that way, or this way, basically?
You can go this way and then go that way. It doesn't turn off to the left.
No, I mean you could follow the
Oh,
sewer.
in the sewer.
Follow the sewer, or we could go this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, since this goes down, you don't see the sewer from this hallway.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Well,
Goes
we
over.
were
Yeah, exactly.
told that there would be signs in the sewer. To follow the signs in the sewers. Have we seen anything that we think are signs?
You guys have been following them this whole time. That's how you ended up here.
Are there any
Right.
signs in the room? That we
Roll a perception check.
No problem. Hey, first roll.
I feel like because the goblins were here,
that is a 9.
that this is
Uh,
the right
you-
direction.
You don't really see
They're guarding something.
anything painted on the wall or anything like that in this area.
Goblins are dumb. They might not be guarding anything. They might just be causing mischief.
Also, don't see any signs in here myself, so we should continue. We should look on the outside.
I think we should continue around this corner and see what's in this localized area. I
Well, we could.
I'll leave it up to the group.
We could just take a couple minutes to go down the other ways in the sewer and see if we see any signs quickly.
Well, I think if we're leaving this area, why not explore it fully first and then branch out from there? That makes more sense.
I mean,
to me.
time is the only thing, really.
It would save us time. We wouldn't have to come back.
I guess I'll go with what the group wants to do.
I think we should continue exploring this area at least.
Zen, what do you think?
I mean, I think exploring's not a bad idea.
I'm not particularly excited about going back into knee-high sewage, so let's go down this way.
You
I,
make a good point, brother.
yeah, I have to agree on that one. Also, why were there goblins here? Is my question.
Sewer.
There's
Goblins
the
are
sewer,
known
the
to-
city.
These are this. Can I assume? I know what an arrow slit is. Like this is intentional. Yeah, but these are intentional.
Oh,
Goblin sewers. Yeah, granted, but
but
Are
This is
goblins
arrows.
smart?
no.
Not particularly.
But I mean, if
Are you saying the goblins built this?
No.
no.
I,
I
but
do not think the goblins built this.
if
at all.
somebody else built
I
it
was going to be surprised.
and paid these goblins in some way to stand here and attack anyone that came down,
More than anything, I say if we go down this path and continue down, we have to be extra careful, as these goblins were either protecting. The problem is we don't know if they were protecting the paths either way in the sewage or down here. And I think so. Really, we're kind of up Shit's Creek. God, I hate it.
because we're
Bring it
literally
back.
We're up and down and back again.
Sarmay is going to attempt to push through everyone and start going down the hallway that's not the sewage then.
I'm gonna grip her.
As she tries to go past you. All right. So make an attack.
It's like, oh man, I forgot that this is a thing that you do.
You gotta punish the headstrong sometimes. Gotta show them what's up. Sorry, I'm taking a million dice out of here.
Sarmay is, well, I guess I don't know you're going to hit me yet, but I'll just think about what look I'm going to give you.
You might nothing if he misses you.
That's
You
true.
might just walk right by and not know
You
anything
never
happened.
know that this is gonna happen.
He'll never know the look.
That would be devastating.
Dex plus proficiency. So that's a natural, non-natural 20.
Which I believe hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you're walking by, you kind of like brush against Savian as you're pushing past people, and he just like sticks out his foot, and you catch it and right on your face. Right into the open hallway.
I'm going to get up and dust myself off and look at Sabian like this.
Oh my
That
god, way!
That wasn't funny.
To you.
We're already getting shot at by goblins, so we really need to fight amongst ourselves.
Mind your step, Missy. It's awfully dark down here.
I'm going to scoff and keep going.
All right. How far down do you go?
I'm going kind of slow, making sure everyone's following me.
I mean, I'll be there.
All right. So the same marching order.
Be there.
Well, if
yeah.
it was the same, I'd be in the front, but...
Well, I mean, in the way we're
Okay,
set up right
yeah.
here.
Yes, please put the bard in front.
I was gonna go first, but I didn't want to mess with her.
The bard who
Her-
hasn't taken any
her-
damage
her
since we've been
mojo.
in the sewer.
Yeah, it's just she spread the pain.
wrong.
And it's killed 3 creatures.
That's true. Show off.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey,
That's my
I
gut
exploded a
thoughts.
grapefruit.
I exploded the grapefruit.
I got killed by
Can I
a
get that on a
grapefruit, so
shirt?
you know.
You can.
Thank
I won't trademark that.
No, you should though. We should sell it in the Swordcast store.
What
So
is
those-
it, trademarking?
You walk down the
I said I
hallway,
exploded a grapefruit.
and when you get to the end, you see that curve to the right actually opens up into another room.
so I'm gonna stop at the door of it.
There's no door. It's just
I'm gonna stop at the door frame of it.
okay.
Where-
Threshold.
Yeah.
Threshold, thank you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to take one of my stones from my sling and just kind of toss it in the center of the room.
Okay. You just hear the stone like scattered across the floor.
Beck starts playing.
Do I like listen? Do I hear any like movements around? Can I hear like a door slam off in the distance or some pitter patter of feet or anything?
Roll a
like that?
perception check.
No.
I also
really don't hear anything.
listening.
And you're doing this from the hallway still?
Yeah, I was just from where I am.
Yeah.
17.
From where you're at, you don't really hear anything. You just hear that stone kind of skitter across the floor and like hit into the wall and bounce off.
I'll do one more.
Same thing.
Okay. And then I'm going to walk in and collect my stones.
Okay. You enter the room and you see a couple of piles of like kind of like straw and stuff that's like kind of in disarray. It looks kind of similar to the sleeping area in the first room that you guys saw.
Okay. Do I get my stones back?
Yep.
Okay.
It's still pitch dark, but most of us can see in it anyways. Even if it's the
Well, I believe you guys have
The
a torch
lantern.
lit.
Oh, that's
I have
right.
the lantern.
Yeah.
Is there anything that might look like is there any like boxes, chests, or anything like this?
Roll a perception check.
Loot.
16.
So you start to like kind of go through the bed piles, and you don't find a whole lot. You find like some food scraps and like a couple bones here and there, but nothing that looks like humanoid sized or anything like that. But you don't really see any chests or like boxes or anything like that. But you do hear coming from the other side of that door. You hear the sound of something scrape across the floor. And the murmur of two voices.
The door there.
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna get into a ready position and like look around to see if everybody else heard that.
I'm
You wanna-
assuming I can't hear it back
Roll
from where I
perception check.
am.
I got a 4.
Once you guys all move into the room,
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, shh.
I guess my question is, do the voices sound kind of like high-pitched and goblin-y, or do they sound more like normal humanoid?
roll a perception check.
Do they sound like gobos?
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
Do
Or
they
you
sound
got
like
an
goblins?
What do I know the answer to that
eight.
question?
They do not sound high pitched and screechy like a goblin.
Okay, but I'm gonna like
19.
whisper and just be
Yeah,
like,
same thing. You
Yeah,
hear
they
kind of
sound
like a
like
more like
people.
deeper tone, like more human. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, shh, you hear that? Like to those around me, make sure you hear that, and then I'm gonna like very quietly try to walk up to the side of the door.
Well, when he points it out, do we hear it?
Yeah, I'd say after he points it out,
Okay.
you guys get quiet, and yeah, you guys can all kind of hear like a slight shuffle on the other side of the door, and you hear like the murmur of one voice, and then you hear a response from someone else. It's just
From
a
what
little
we
bit
can
of
tell,
a
there's like
different
two
tone.
voices.
Yeah.
Does the door have a lock on
It does.
Is it locked?
Do you try it?
Well, does he? Do you
I was-
try it?
it? I hadn't decided yet, frankly.
Yeah.
Can I get anything about the like? Is it urgent talking or is it casual?
So you actually hear, after that scrape, you hear, no, not like that. No, make sure you get the crack at the bottom.
That's what she said? Sorry.
Right.
Awesome.
Bazinga. And that's what I
Well
call
played.
yikes.
Whoa.
Well, do you have any spells left?
Sarmea's gonna pull a bit of fleece out of her pocket and cast beyond that door. She's gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Can you do that? I believe it has to be in a area you can
see it.
see.
You think you have to see it from under illusion, but I'm not
Also,
positive.
that's the great answer to it. Do you have any that smells like
Cast.
cast a spell?
It
Do
doesn't
you
say.
have any?
It doesn't say that?
Ah,
You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it as an action or cast a spell again. The creature uses its action to examine the sound or image. The creature can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence check against your spell save DC. If the creature discerns the illusion for what it is, the illusion goes fake to the creature. That's all of it.
Alright. So what are you creating?
Cats fighting.
Just suddenly
In that
appear.
room?
Yep.
So
Just actually, directly
I have
30
a-
feet in front
I
of
have
me.
an action as soon as I realize she's doing that. I have an action.
Because I pull out the bit of fleece before,
30 feet in front of you.
yeah, dead range is 30 feet.
So you all hear just that same cat fight that you guys heard out front of the warehouse. Just 2, 3, maybe even 4 cats just going at it, just hissing and growling and screaming, and you just hear, "What the fuck is that?"
And as that happened, I'm going to grab the handle and try and throw the door open as hard as I can.
All right. The door opens.
I was gonna say it's probably locked. I don't laugh so hard.
That's where I use my maul.
The door opens, and
My
as
size 1d10 key.
and as the door flies open, you see 2 figures standing there. One of them you all immediately recognize as the guy from the bar with the eye-shaped tattoos on his head.
That motherfucker.
The other one,
The guy who started the fight.
Yeah, the guy who started the fight.
the other one
At the yawning portal?
standing next to him, you see a dwarf.
I was gonna say it's the half-orc, and they're working together. Those bastards!
But Brago, you immediately notice something very different about this dwarf, as they have pale gray skin and stark white hair.
A Durgar.
And
Master must die. You must die.
you see behind them a door that they have wedged a table up against and some chairs and like
Oh no.
That's not
Wedge
good.
it up against the door?
yeah.
That's not good at all. I don't like that.
And you see them.
Maybe not
They
safe,
both
but-
turn and hearing the sound of the cats. He's kind of like facing this door. As the 30 feet ahead of you, the sound is coming from here. And
Love it.
the Duragar is just standing there, weapons ready, and they see you guys walk in.
1 second. So the door that they're looking at for the cats is not the same thing as the bear cave, right?
True.
Yes.
Okay.
There's 2 doors on that wall.
2 doors on that wall.
Yep.
Great.
And you see him turn around as the door flies open, and he sees you standing there.
Good. I'm just going to yell out, "What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here? This is our territory.
Probably move up.
Yeah, sure, I'll move up. I'll just move in, like, maul at the ready. If anybody moves towards, hold
I
my
will not
action.
be going
You don't?
second. No
Hold-
way.
I would like to hold my action for if anybody comes within melee.
All right, is anybody else moving towards the door?
Yes.
Yeah. I would be.
I'm waiting for other people to go.
I'll
in
be
before
behind
I-
Zen if that's fine.
What's that?
I'll be behind Zen if that's
Are you
fine.
moving through into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
I follow Braga. We got this.
Yeah,
And you said you're waiting for Zen to go through?
Yeah, I would like to be behind her.
I'm holding my action for an enemy combatant to be within melee range of me.
I'll say I stay out of the room with Sabian, only for the fact that I noticed you don't go.
I just press my back against the wall
Yeah.
and wait and listen.
You would.
It's tight quarters in here.
I can.
Wait a minute. You were all at the bar earlier.
And now we are here. We are looking for someone, and you are not them.
We just want to pass. We
The Duragar. You wandered into the wrong fucking territory.
And whose territory is that?
None of your fucking business. And he runs at you.
Okay,
Everybody roll initiative.
Yes.
do I get my held action for somebody coming next to me?
Well, he didn't really come next to you. As he starts moving, that's when initiative starts.
Okay. Well, despite being at the front, I'm going to go last. Would you get a 5?
Okay.
Handy there in the other room on the 13.
Hey, you throw a dagger and get sneak attack, so it doesn't matter.
Through the wall.
I can throw it over Never Ember's shoulder.
All right. Sarmea.
Really
7.
love the music that comes with the Dragon Heist stuff. It's great.
Braga.
What is this? Ghost in
5.
the Shell?
Shut up.
Not that that's a bad thing.
Sabian.
13.
And do I need my ability score increase?
Man, do I need level 2. in my
Wallace.
life.
17.
Also that.
Zin.
16.
Pretty high roll for old Wallace.
I know,
No
right?
kidding.
That's even with the -1. What up?
Speedy Gimp.
So with that,
Speed game.
Speedy Gimp.
Spin.
Durger.
Or squint.
I'm surprised you even use
So-
words.
I'm full of many surprises.
So since I've already invoked my Crimson Right today, I don't need to take the damage again.
You do because you took a short rest and it faded.
Oh, we did take a short rest. You're right. Never mind.
You will take
Absolutely.
your 1 point of damage.
That's fine. That's fine. I forgot about the short rest.
But until you take your next rest,
I can just sort of like
you can turn it on
turn
and
it
off
back
as a
on.
bonus
Okay,
action.
cool. Got it.
Just taser on demand.
So to start this all off, that Durgar does continue and runs straight at you, Drago.
Alright.
He's gonna swing with his war pick for a
You pick two.
12.
That misses.
All right.
I choose you.
I'm just,
That makes it Wallace's turn.
Nice. Wait, that's great.
Can I see either of the individuals from where I'm standing behind them?
I would say over Neverember's shoulder, yeah.
I'm just gonna cast. What is it? Let's see. I'm gonna cast in. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
On the eye guy that I can see. I'm guessing I can't see the Derek guy very easily.
let's just hope
I'd say
nobody
you can probably
casts
see the
fire.
other guy easier.
Okay.
God.
That's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah. Let's hope.
Then we're gonna be TPKS because we all have too much.
Yeah.
We relate to this. All I'm saying is,
And I basically take my spade and smack it against the wall, making that like kind of
Yeah, like that.
He rolled a 15.
He makes it.
Alright. So nothing happens. You hear that kind of like dull like
That's all.
ring out, and then
That's all I
nothing
got,
happens.
guys.
He's just playing with xylophone back there.
Let's see. That brings it to Eye Tattoo Guy.
No, you tattoo guy.
The latest product from Apple.
So he's just going to step forward and he's going to
Why isn't an iPhone charger called Apple Juice?
swing at you as well.
Oh, I've never heard that. Oh, I've never heard that.
I've never heard that either. That's...
Oh my god, that's great.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So he's going to swing at you with a scimitar.
Arrgh.
The one that everybody was so angry about him pulling out in the bar.
Yeah. Okay.
And he rolls an 11, which does not hit you.
Yes.
Zen.
All right. Wait, the Durgar's right in front of me there.
Yeah.
I attack him.
Cool.
You can maneuver for flanking.
Oh, that's a good
Very much
point.
Mhm.
I will.
Yep.
I will maneuver for flanking.
Maneuver.
Maneuvers.
Minutia. Oh wait, different thing.
So that gives me advantage.
Same mouse
sound.
16.
Yeah.
16 hits.
More fights. More fights.
That is.
There was slobber and beer hair everywhere.
All right. So that'll be 11 bludgeoning and 4 lightning damage.
Oh.
Damn.
That's how you
Well
do.
done.
The Durgar
That
falls.
It was, how much damage did you do?
15.
And it wasn't a charge attack, right? It was just with your flail.
Oh, I forgot. I was gonna fucking do my bonus action Crimson Right, but then I didn't.
But you
Say it
gave
out
him
loud.
the damage.
I did roll a damage, but I
then yeah.
didn't actually say it out loud. Oh,
Okay.
is that cool?
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
cool.
already rolled the damage.
I
then
literally
just
like took my fucking point of health off and then didn't
Oh,
actually
just
say,
didn't say it.
bonus action Crimson Right, then attack.
So lightning.
That was intended. I did take my damage already, and so the 4 points is lightning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of like swing it over your head once, and then just bring it straight down right into the middle of his back, and you feel the flail just like connect, and then that burst of energy just shoots forth from your arm and runs up the flail, and you just see him light up for a second.
Mhm.
As smoke kind of like filters off of him, it makes it Sabian's turn. Unless you were doing anything else.
No, I am going to continue to flank and be right here.
If I get behind Quolos, is it 20 feet away from me? Or is 25 feet away from me?
25.
then I will move. Since I can move through people, I'll go into the room and get next to the dwarf, and I will make an attack on him with the dagger.
Okay. You throw down.
No.
Oh, on the dwarf.
Yeah. 14.
14 does not hit.
I'll use my offhand to and stand this close to me. How about 21?
That will hit.
Alright. No modifier, but I definitely get my sneak attack.
True.
So,
Sneak attack it up.
8 points of damage.
All right.
Not bad.
So yeah, you kind of like you swing out with your first dagger, and then take your second one and you slash him right across the side. As he kind of like buckles over, holding his side, you see blood just pouring down his side, down his leg and down onto the floor. He's looking pretty fucking bad.
How much more minutes do I have? If I can move next to Zin, but stay in the dwarves melee.
I'd say yeah, you could probably get about. Right
Yep,
there.
that's exactly where I would be, and I'm done.
Cool. Sarmana.
Yes, I'm going to cast Vicious... Oh, I'm going to take out... Nope, this doesn't have a material component. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on Eye Tattoo Guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, your tattoos are stupid, like you.
All right. That's a wisdom save.
Damn.
Wisdom
Cutting
save.
the shit.
Simple savagery.
You rolled a 5.
Oh.
Oh, he doesn't make it. That's 4 damage.
4 damage. All right.
Mhm.
You insulted him good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of see him just like grab his head and like wince in pain. He's not sure what the fuck just happened.
Just a single tear.
Very aggressive cry.
He
It's
thought
not-
he
I
was
said
cool.
4, right?
It's
Yeah.
tattoo guy, not
Oh,
Drew.
that's true. Sorry.
All right.
A single
Wait.
tear comes out of his eye tattoo.
Yes.
That's my D&D Cure cover band. Durgar, don't cry.
Oh my gosh.
Brago, you are up.
I do like it cries from the bike. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna swing at this Durgar.
Durgar! You get advantage.
I do get advantage. It's a good thing I got advantage. Okay. 21.
21 will hit.
That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
How would you like to do this, sir?
I'm just gonna
Good God.
top of the maul under the chin to knock him backwards, and then just poof, poof, flies on
So
the
like
ground.
you kind of like bring it up almost like a golf club and hit him once in the chin and just straight down onto his head, and you just feel the skull crack right down the middle as his eyes just roll back into his head and he just plummets to the ground.
And then I'm gonna look at Tattoo Guy and bare my teeth.
Nice.
Hell yes.
All right. That brings it to Renair.
After he falls, I can Sabian call out, like, each wants to be like, you're outnumbered, outgunned, or out-armed,
Muscled.
out-muscled. Give up. That's what Sabian wants to do.
Renair steps forward and kind of kicks that Duragar body out of the way.
That's a really powerful.
Through space and time.
And he kind of follows your lead, Sabian, and he walks up and he says, you know, he's right. You are outnumbered. And he just like holds his rapier out to him, and he's going to hold his action to see if he does anything. Making it Wallace's turn.
I'm going to push in. Can I even push around to that guy and push through? No. Yeah, I guess I'm going to push through Zin and Rainier and just slam him with my spade. I'm actually going to first, like, two-handed.
Okay.
I guess kind of throwing the shield off of the side so it's not going to give me anything to it. But I don't get advantage, right? No, it's not going to happen.
No.
No. But that's a 19.
That'll hit.
That's a 20. Yeah, 22. Just note to him, didn't like you before, don't like you now. Oh, Shouldn't have said nothing. That's 2 points of damage.
2.
Cutting words.
To myself. That man is surrounded. And I think I'm blocking the door. Yeah.
There's no escape now.
That motherfucker is trapped.
Let's give him a hug.
So that makes it his turn. And you see him, he just kind of looks around and he's like, fuck you all! And he just like lunges forward, and as he does, Renair just sticks him. Or goes to try and stick him. For a natural 20.
Oh god.
Woo! Oh yeah, we get the.
So now, this is the first time we're going to get to use these awesome critical hit cards that
Woo!
I just picked up from Nord Games.
Woo!
I'm going to make sure I'm grabbing the right
Filthy
deck.
Nords.
Yep. Alright. So, on top of the damage...
I guess I am half Nord, so I should not say that. One of them self-hating Nords.
This is more politically correct to bash on your own people, right?
Alright, so...
It's true.
Alright.
At least I'm not one of them dirty schooner snippers.
So actually that effect's not going to matter because he's just going to run him right through the stomach, and you're going to see his sword go right out the other side. And dude's tongue is going to kind of loll out of his mouth as he like coughs up some blood and just goes limp on Renair's sword.
Is he dead?
He is done.
Oh.
Sarmea is gonna look.
He kind of like looks at Renair and just spits blood all over the front of his tunic before he goes dark.
I'm gonna look at this dwarf. Does he have any of this dwarf? Not a dwarf. No. But does he have any? Does he have any scavengeable things?
Actually, they're still dwarves.
It's called role playing. I don't like them.
You actually find on him a war pick and a javelin.
Yeah.
4 daggers. What do you need 4 daggers for?
Don't worry about it. You want to ask that to my face?
I did.
Yeah, so you guys are out of initiative.
I'll search tattoo eye guy.
Go for it.
Investigation. Oh, that's really good. 26.
26.
That was a pain.
On him
26.
you find his
Hard to see
scimitar
at
that
first.
he was using.
Yeah.
He also has a dagger. And then you don't find much else on
No,
him
the
other
dagger's
than
mine now.
you find about 5 nibs.
Which one is that?
Copper.
Thank you.
Hey, Susan, don't you already have some daggers? What do you need with that extra dagger for?
In case you lose one.
Oh, it's
What do
funny.
you need with all those daggers?
Oh, I guess the same thing.
Oh, no.
But you should have known that.
Oh. I thought you were just a Rob Liefeld character.
I don't even.
I mean, I probably doesn't have enough pouches on his chest.
That's what I'm saying. He needs all more pouches.
He does. And a lot. And I mean, he's muscly enough.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
true. That's true. Just Google Rob Liefeld and
Yeah.
you'll find out.
It'll make sense.
His art.
Is terrible. Sorry, Rob Liefeld. Not sorry. God. He's a terrible
the
artist.
floating Rob Liefeld.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
I would like to do a perception check. Can
Sure.
I hear anything beyond the door next to me? Not the one that's blocked off, but I'm standing in front.
That's pretty iconic. That one is. That's pretty.
That's
That's pretty iconic. Liefeld.
which one is it?
It's the Captain America.
Oh,
where
the
his
one
head
that-
is
the
like
side
half
chest?
a foot away from
Yeah.
his chest.
No, that is yeah, I know what.
Oh no, we could get sued. Don't do that.
Can we?
We probably could.
Rob Liefeld's not suing anybody right now.
Well,
Fuck
not by Rob
Liefeld.
Liefeld, but
20,
Disney. I do
not
figure
natural
them out.
From there, with the door closed, you don't hear much.
Okay.
Even with a non-natural 20.
I kind of look around and go, I don't hear anything back here, but why are they blocking that door?
I mean, I feel
That
like we should
concerns me.
open it up and find out.
Stop looking
I'm
up.
sorry. We're done. At the break, there's a hilarious picture that we gotta check. Anyway,
Anyways,
I'm sorry, viewers. I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry I opened that
We
bag. Can't put it back in.
I mean, are we thinking we should actually unbar this door?
No,
I mean,
well,
what if-
depending. What's in this door as I start
What
the,
if-
as
what
I
if
try
Flynn's
the
in there?
other door.
this
Why
one.
would they
Yeah.
want it?
Not let
So
him
you
get
turn
out.
it and the door swings
Something
open.
by the way. I understand where you're coming from, but I would say that that'd be a little bit excessive even for keeping a prisoner.
And you see a hallway that extends that you basically walk in and the hallway extends to the right. Or you open the door and the hallway extends to the right.
Did you, did you listen on the other?
Not the one that's blocked. I listened on the one that you just
Oh,
opened. I didn't
okay.
hear anything.
I'm gonna stealth to the, it's in a hard right.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, I'm gonna try to peek around the corner and see down. Can I see down the hallway? Is it all still dark in here?
Yes.
Like pitch black? Even the room those two guys were in? Oh, wow. Okay. I'll kind of use the hooded lantern and, like, sort of peek around the corner and try to look down the hallway.
Yeah, so you look down the hallway and you see the hallway kind of like, it descends slightly, and then just before it gets out of your vision, you see it open up into a larger room.
I turn around and tell everyone what I saw. So, do we unbar this door, or?
Why not take our chances and walk down the hallway we can actually get down first?
Because I really want to know what's behind that door.
Yeah, but obviously they didn't want it to get in or out. I don't
See,
know.
but Zin's saying it could be something not
Like
getting
what?
out. What if it's flume?
What if it's flume?
I don't know. Would someone
Let's
want
try
to?
it.
Let's.
Let's try it.
Someone should. Can I do a perception check on that door?
Sure.
I'm gonna walk up and listen.
I'll help you by listening as well.
Okay.
Unless you want me to make my own.
Well, I rolled advantage and I got a 9.
9?
You said you'd help me.
I
It
am
wasn't very
helping you.
help-
I'm
Stop
trying.
talking while I'm listening. I can't hear through
Come
the
to
door.
think, we might have wanted to ask them before we.
That's what I was
So you
kinda-
kind of like,
You know.
are you pulling anything away from the door before you do that?
I
I
think
would
that's
assume with
what-
that check, probably not.
Probably not.
So you're not able to really like get close enough to the door to get a,
Sure.
a good feel for what's going on the other side.
I'm just standing like at the edge of the blockade, just
Just
like I
like-
can't hear anything. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Sarmea is still in that back corner there, and she's looking a little uneasy. Like the violence that she just saw, even with what she has seen, that was a lot. And she's going to be listening to this conversation, and she's going to take out a piece of fleece and cast a minor illusion right behind that door that we're talking about. And I'm going to cast just the image of a fairly large spider.
Okay.
Fairly large.
Like
Behind the
spider
barn
that fits into a 5-foot cube.
behind the door that we're talking about,
Yeah.
that we're not sure if we want to go in. Because, yeah, just a
do you-
fairly large spider.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Anybody that would like to.
I would like to.
I would.
I'm already kind of listening.
19.
Then. Hey, that's
Natural 18.
3.
14.
14
19.
Ocho.
8 and
18.
18. So everybody but Zin and Sabian, you, since the image itself isn't actually making any noise, you all hear kind of like, it almost sounds like somebody like running their hand through a pool of water. You hear like kind of like a little bit of lapping, like the lapping of water. Yeah.
Well, that's strange.
Whatever is behind there, it doesn't sound aggressive right now.
Would it just be another sewer
Oh,
entrance?
I guess it could be someone walking through sewage.
It sounds suspect to me. If it was someone who was trapped, don't you think they would make some sort of noise?
Yeah.
I think it's. I got a bad feeling about this.
Alright, well, let's not open it, but
Maybe we can on our way back if we come back this way.
it's fair.
We'll open it when we're feeling like we can just clear out. Just
Are there,
run away.
are there eye symbols around?
Roll a perception check.
me or what do you think?
one.
You
so
have
no.
eyes. It's true.
I'd say we follow the path of least resistance, and then we make our way back here if we can.
Renair, what
Struck
do you
death
think?
down and blind.
I do not know. My concern is finding food.
Do you think is he afraid of spiders?
Is that what you put on the other side of that
Yeah.
door? I'm not sure.
We could knock.
What
If he
kind
was
of a
on-
spider? Is it a big one?
Yes.
If he was unconscious, he might not have seen it or reacted.
There's also a fair point.
It's true. But if he was unconscious, why would they feel the need to block the door so much?
Yep. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good.
I personally don't think food would be on that door.
I agree. It's not something I really want to fight.
And coming to think of what they said something about covering the cracks, so now I'm a little worried it's more like gas or like
Liquid?
liquid
Would be a
or
monster made of shit.
And the ship monsters,
Shit
they'll get you.
Them shit demons.
Where's my
Um,
plunger?
The
Alright,
plunger of
maybe
smiting.
let's not.
Yeah,
Everybody
I think,
roll one more perception
I
check
think
for
I'm
me.
convinced.
17.
11.
12.
11.
18.
You all hear a scream come from down that hallway.
Down the hallway that's not blocked.
True.
Like a Wilhelm scream.
Yes.
Can we can we detect the gender
Wait,
of the
can
screamer?
I?
Thanks.
Not a problem.
And what?
It was an option.
Not and.
Or maybe, or perhaps the
Sabian.
race of the screamer? I don't know.
I
I assume Dragonborn have
what did you
different
get? You got
sounding
an
skin.
11? It
You're not
sounded male to you.
Okay.
Was it? I mean, I'm guessing it was a little far off, too, right?
It was.
I think.
You kind of hear like the echo of it like come down the hallway.
I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna go start.
Yeah,
going
same
down the
here.
hallway.
I would
We're-
start running towards it.
Sabian will get out of other people's way.
I'll go first.
You're going.
That.
I will be behind Bravo.
Yep.
I
I will
am-
follow the two bruisers.
I'm going to
Maybe
be going as
third.
quickly as I possibly can while still
You're gonna be third.
stealthy.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to be stealthy.
Well, it's his third. I'm fourth.
You need to make sure to help me along the way. You know, don't be very fast.
I don't like
Sorry, man.
being stuck behind the
I'll
slow
go last.
drivers.
You're
Don't Prius me, bro.
Hey,
Present company
Alright.
excluded.
Priest can go very fast.
I know, but most people who drive them
You
do not.
guys begin to run down the hallway, and you see it open up. And as I said, it kind of descends down a bit. And once you like break into the
red
room,
things.
I think we're getting there.
I said, what are those red things?
I would like to perceive before I just run into the room.
go
I know
for
what
it.
I said.
17.
So as you're running in, you see a few figures standing in the room, and then you see these red here. Those are curtains that seem to be covering some sort of entryway.
Okay. Well, I said, can I do that before I run into the room? Just
Sure.
like stop at the edge if
Yeah.
I see a fucking Balrog on the other side or something. You know, I don't want
Yeah,
to run
so
right
Level
into it.
one Balrog? Come on.
So you walk in and you see somebody with their back towards you. They're wearing a long purple set of robes with like black pauldrons. You see them wearing this kind of like helm with spikes coming off of it. You see them standing above a man on the ground with his foot on his chest. And you see that guy standing there with his back to you.
Can we get a closer look?
Yeah.
And we slowly walk
I didn't get to
out,
finish painting him, but
No. And we slowly walk out of the room.
We just back up.
Yep, just nope.
Do I recognize the unfortunate fellow on the ground?
you seem to recognize a description that has been given to you by Willow of a man that looks similar to Renair.
A
with
man
darker
with
hair.
hair.
So his back is to you, and as you step up to that threshold, actually, I will have him.
Once again, thanks to
He doesn't seem to notice you.
oh, good.
I am going to run at him and try to tackle him off.
Okay,
of
so-
the guy.
Before we get there, so you see him standing with like his foot on the guy's chest, and the guy's just like kind of like trying to pull it off. You can see him; he's kind
Okay,
of beaten
he's
and
still alive
bruised.
for now.
And you see that the figure that's standing there, you see he's got one of his hands clenched in a fist that's just completely engulfed in flame.
Flame
7
fist.
second thoughts. Second thoughts.
Son of a
Surprise
variant.
round,
I like
surprise
your
round,
first-
surprise round!
I like your first gut instinct go.
I'm gonna do
So
that.
you're going for it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
All right.
I'm gonna
Me
try
too.
to. I'm gonna try to just like straight bar tackle him over the guy.
Okay.
basically.
I would say make your attack.
Just like I'm.
Make a, let's do athletics checks.
Grapple contest.
He's going to make,
That was a close one.
23.
That's
Exactly.
appropriate.
Yeah.
yeah, and he has no idea you're coming. So you hit him in the back, and you both tumble right over the top of him. So you're now grappled on the ground.
Yeah.
Zin, as you're running behind them, and you see them hit the ground, you're looking straight forward, and you see up on top of this little like platform area,
Yeah.
you see a figure sitting in a throne at the top. You look up and you see this tall, lanky creature wearing dark robes, and it seems to have this bright pink skin with these bulging eyes, and where a mouth should be, it seems like 4 tentacle protrusions.
No, not into that.
Oh God!
As the two hit the ground, you see him lower what he seems to be holding. Looks like a
Oh no.
disembodied brain with legs.
Oh God.
Oh God! Wow! Fuck! Wow, that's a big one too.
And he just looks up, and all of you,
Hashtag fuck.
you just hear
Oh no, it's still
in the
first
back
level.
of your brain,
Yeah.
well, what do we have here?
Ah.
Everybody roll initiative.
No.
Oh yes, you get your surprise. So do what you're gonna do.
I wanna breath weapon him.
Do we all
You
get
wanna go up to
surprise
him?
No, I only need to be within 30 feet.
Uh,
Oh my.
so you have to be up here.
Okay. I'm gonna walk,
That's
yeah,
it,
I'm gonna
right
walk there,
seconds.
and I'm just gonna fucking breath weapon the shit out of them. That's what I'm
Right
gonna
over
do.
the top of that.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
over them on the ground,
Alright.
just right at them.
You're gonna, I can do something too.
Sure.
I'd
Yeah,
like to.
he was nowhere near noticing you guys come in.
Awesome.
I'd like to sacred flame the little dog.
As you hit the ground, Brago, you look over at the guy you're grappling, and you notice this like fine, like dark hair that kind of covers him, and you see these large tusks protruding out of his bottom jaw.
Okay, yeah, I would like to breath weapon the two of them. They need to make dex saving throws.
Okay. Oh.
DC 11. So not
This is what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What a sir.
on.
Oh, look how cute that thing is.
It's like a brain puppy.
Brain puppy. That's what I'm calling him from now on, guys. No matter if they come
Brain puppies.
They're brain puppies.
Who has the best animal handling? We can take on a pet.
It's not a beast. Not a beast.
I have it for +2. Just saying.
So dex saving throws from them.
Okay.
Yeah, mine too. Actually.
You can just attack. Do you? It's restrained. You just. They can't. Their speed is reduced to 0, so they can't go anywhere. And they can attack you, and you can attack them. Just
They rolled a 5 and a 4.
In the dance of death.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alright, let's just keep this at 3.
the mommy daddy dance.
Hey, we're not making babies.
Alright, 6 lightning damage.
To each one.
Yes, to each of them.
Shocking, isn't it?
Alright.
Get out of here.
I'm busy. I'm engaged.
The new one. Not too
Yeah.
engaged. But you can't make your terrible
This
jokes.
is like on Reddit where it's like the critical fails. They're like, you try to stab the orc in the back, but critical one, you stroke his back. Actually,
He feels
you're
awesome.
both uncomfortable.
Yeah. And deck saving throw for. I'm gonna say the brain puppy, I guess.
Brain puppy.
Natural 1.
Oh no, it didn't. It did not do that one.
Good. Fuck that
Do you
thing.
crit damage if the save is a 1?
No.
No. I wish I got 2 points on the second one.
Okay.
It goes.
Yeah, as you see this like just streak of lightning erupt from Zin, this the bolt of fire just rushes right past her and slams into the thing right after, as they're still smoking. Yeah.
Pikachu and Charizard.
Can I run forward and ooh, that noise is something else.
Well, there was 2 options, and I chose the wrong one first.
Can I run up and
what I
just
was doing.
stab the guy that's grappling Brago?
Let's see, you were here. That's it. You can get this one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Since he's prone, I
Get
advantage. Okay, 23 on the first. With dagger.
That will hit.
Sneak attack. That's gross. 6 points on the first hit.
Okay.
And then I'll go for the offhand.
Well, since it's a surprise round, you'd only get.
Oh,
you're right, you're
right. Alright, that's it. I'm done.
Renee is just going to kind of run into the room and examine what's going on. Sarmana, would you like to do anything?
I saw a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
We
duh.
ran in there.
Mock him viciously.
Yeah, I'm
Throw
gonna
that barred shade.
vicious mockery. Let's see. The guy that's grappled on the ground.
Okay.
Just like
And
your balloon.
I'm gonna say.
It's a great.
Chunk that captured.
Oh,
Come on.
you're just a lackey. You're not even that important here. Wisdom save.
You're just a
You rolled a 9.
No.
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 2 damage.
Doesn't
All
something
right.
happen when they fail?
They
No,
take
they just take damage.
they take 1d4 psychic damage. Oh wait, you know what? They do have disadvantage on their next attack roll.
Oh, there you
I
go.
told you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Everybody roll initiative.
18.
There it is.
All right. Yes. Sarmea.
9.
7.
Ooh.
Steven.
Non-natural 20. Yeah. Yes, that is an intellectual
Well, it's-
power. That would be very scary.
16. Are you okay with the previous initiative I rolled when I ran in? Thinking we
Yeah,
weren't
yeah,
surprised
that's
out?
fine.
So 16.
Zin.
3.
I'm hoping this is a friendly mind player of sorts. Even though I did just run in and stab a dude on the ground.
Yeah, so you can
Oh, and
roll.
I've already attacked.
Just looking dead in the eyes and just stabbing his like cronies.
Friends?
You didn't like him, right?
Do you a favor, right?
Turn the knife.
Yep, saving your.
Woo!
What was your action?
20! What is the posture of the guy up on the thing? The dais. Like, is he like, get them, or just, how is he, like, what's his, like, body posture?
Well, he
He
was.
looks like he's just been electrocuted.
Yeah, he was sitting there holding the brain monster, the brain puppy.
Yeah.
Brain
Brain
puppy.
puppy!
Uh,
Puppy.
And then he just erupted with lightning. So he's kind of like a little charred. There's some smoke still coming off of him. He has definitely kind of like dropped the thing on the ground in front of him. So he's still sitting.
Fuck that thing.
He's still sitting, but he is getting ready to do something.
Can I reach down and grab the? Does the guy have a helmet on? This guy on the ground?
Yeah.
He's got a helmet on. Does he have like some sort of like implement I could grab on the helmet that would be like? Does he have the spike on the helmet?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab that spike and wrench it up, and I'm gonna like hold the dagger to his throat, and I'm just gonna look at the fucking tentacle face up there and say, "Look, none of this needs to go any further. Maybe we should all just calm down." And can I hold an action, or is that my action? I'd like to like.
I'd say you could hold your action.
Okay, I'll hold my attack in case I am attacked.
Like, I feel like if you're not literally grappling,
Yeah.
if you're just kind of positioning yourself, then you should totally still have an action.
Yeah, I just want to like kind of hold him hostage, and I just want to like if this guy makes a move that looks hostile, I just want to punch the dagger right in this guy's throat.
If any of them make a move,
If the two up on the dais make any like hostile moves.
They might just
Alright.
think hostile.
But Sabian doesn't know that. Unfortunately, if I get my brain at like intellect devourer, I'll just be sad.
yeah. So you hold your action. So that's your turn.
And hopefully that sort of casts some tension into the air for everyone else while this alien babbling in the background.
Bash this guy, but you took him as a hostage.
Yeah, well, fucking intellect devourer.
At level 1.
At level 1.
So
I like this character.
you see the brain puppy kind of like squat down and kind of like, even though it doesn't have eyes, it seems to kind of like look around, and you see it kind of turn and look up at the creature behind it, and it just runs and leaps off the front of the platform.
I guess I'll make my attack now.
Do it.
Is it like a secret advantage on the guy?
Yeah.
Maybe it's 14.
That hits.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sneak attack.
It's almost for show.
Well, I am literally aiming at his fleshy neck, so. God, my sneak attack is garbage. 8 points of damage.
You see the thing leap off the edge, and you make direct eye contact with the creature that's standing behind it, and you sink your knife into his throat and just rip it across, and as his neck opens up, Brago is just covered in blood as he goes limp in your arms.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh, that's so rad.
No mercy this campaign. Also,
But the brain puppy is going to run up and start clawing at Brago while he's on the ground.
No!
He's not trying to take your brain, at least, I guess.
At least I'm not the thinking
Well,
character.
he's clawing at this part.
Yeah, no, he literally runs up and starts clawing at your head.
No me gusta.
He wants in.
He's like our cat Mario.
And since you're prone, he's going to get advantage.
Ah.
Which is going to hit for a 19.
That'll hit.
For 4 damage.
4?
Yep.
I take it.
Alien speak. It's really awesome.
And then
I have some ideas.
I had some ideas too.
and then
Not saying they were good ones.
Brago, you're going to need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh.
Mhm.
Carry on my way. Do it.
Are you blowing it?
Nope, I don't want that kind of responsibility.
11?
God.
This isn't gonna go well.
No.
You take 12 damage.
Oh.
Psychic damage.
I'm unconscious.
Whoop.
I'm not good.
This is so bad.
What's your intelligence score?
Oh God.
My score?
Yeah.
Fuck.
For now, you seem to be fine.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you.
Brago, you're up.
The gods.
Oh, well, you're down.
I'm gonna
Fine.
make my
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. Roll 20.
17.
You're fine.
Wow.
One success.
Success.
Your
Qualis.
brain didn't get it.
Flume,
Yeah.
is he not? Is he uncovered? He's just on the ground writhing.
He is laying on the ground. He's kind of like holding his chest from where the boot was like smashing him into the
Do
ground.
I know what that creature in the back is? Can I?
Roll a nature check.
'Kay.
I'm gonna say roll it with disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine.
12. Fucking 4 and inches.
That's 7. Probably not.
No.
Okay, I'm literally just going to run up to Flume, grab him, and face step
So 15.
all the way back 30 feet into the hallway.
All right. And you can bring him with you.
I'm pretty damn sure face step, bonus action, magically teleport up to 30 feet. One card.
What's your winter trigger?
Not anything that would help me around you guys.
Not something I'm going to take part of.
God, I hope so. If not, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Just
What are you talking about?
face step. I'm just making.
He's trying to take.
Oh, it's in Mordecai.
Well, shit. You might grab me Morgan Cannon's Tale of Foes.
Hurdy Curdies?
Book of Herdes.
Hurdy Curdies, Book of Herdies.
Most apt D&D
Yeah,
book
I
name
can't.
ever.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better not to
There's a
do.
lot of Herdes
Like that.
in there.
There it is.
Don't do the one- don't
A
do
lot
the
of
one-
really cool birdies.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna come down to try.
Strangely situational
Wait,
Herdes.
like what?
Never mind. Sorry.
Most eatery of shows.
Yeah.
There's so many things on that shelf that teeter.
And we forgot to
What
do
about
sliding
Totter?
section on there.
Oh.
It's so much brighter.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Your brain's okay for now.
For now.
It's cool. I didn't want to make friends with Emily Kagawa anyway. Lots of conversations.
I just want to talk about smoking.
I suppose I can check it now. I'm assuming based on my backstory, I know exactly what this thing is. A mind flare?
Roll a nature check.
Okay. So I definitely reactionarily like when I saw it, which is why I use my breath weapon.
Yeah.
What is my nature?
Rene's got to be the top guy, right? Rene's got to be like a level 3 or something
10?
like that.
He's got 2 attacks.
You have an idea of what it is, but you're not quite exactly sure.
Okay.
If it was spring, I would be able to. So instead, I'm going to face that, or I'm just going to run up and grab him.
Okay.
And
No, you can't bring him with you.
I can't. Not until it's spring.
I don't understand this spell.
It's not a spell. It's a racial
It's an ability.
But I'm just going to pull him back as far as possible. So I guess I'm going to.
So you moved up 15
They
feet.
get to
Yeah.
be
So you
able
grab
to see
him,
them.
it's gonna make it difficult for you to move.
So then can I dash back?
Which would allow you to go another 15 feet.
Sure.
So
And
you kind of got him
and
like
make
draped
sure to
over
kind of
your-
like and make sure to hold shield in front of me.
Yeah.
So he's like behind
The
me.
protector stance.
Yeah. I don't think any of my spells are bonus actions.
Spare the dying is, because they're great cleric.
It's true. But
You don't have to touch them.
I don't have to touch him, and I don't know any better. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on Brago.
You're
You're
stable, bro.
stabilized.
So you get. Yep. No, wait. Do the saves go away?
Yeah.
Until
Yes.
they get. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it. But also, I don't know that. Like that's why I had to do it with Zin and like I don't know what death saves are in game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
So the
exactly.
idea that I would just make sure my party member didn't die.
Yeah. Like you stopped him from dying.
Yeah.
Is what it would seem like to you characters. So.
Do I don't know how to
cancel it?
just. There it is.
Stabilize character. There you go.
Wait. Does that?
You don't get 1 HP.
Yeah, I don't do 1 HP.
No.
Okay.
No, you're
Oh,
still unconscious. You just don't have to make that save.
1d4 hours.
That is true. So roll the d4.
That's how many hours you're unconscious. But if you get hit while you're in this, it's going to be a crit.
2 hours.
That's it for you, Paulus.
That is everything I do.
If you get hit by a melee attack, it's going to be 2 hours.
So, Renair
So, still dicey.
is going to run forward
I made my first
and
choice.
start stabbing at the
That's
brain
fine.
puppy that's clawing at Brago's head.
I mean, you can
He's going to take his first attack with his rapier.
skewer that brain puppy.
Which is going to hit.
Right? Did you see that?
Yeah. Minimum damage. So he's going to deal 5 damage.
I was minimum one?
I want that.
Wait, 5 is lower than my minimum, so I guess that.
And then he's going to take his second attack with his rapier,
He's a +4 deck.
which definitely hits. For much more damage. That's going to be
more damage.
10 damage. And you see him just skewer this brain puppy, and as it goes through, you see the legs go limp, and he lifts it up in the air and just kind of flicks it off his rapier and it slams into the wall. And you just see this smattering of this like black ichor just hit the wall as the thing slides down it.
Yeah.
And you hear me say, "Hey, I want that. Don't hurt it too much."
Meanwhile,
Yes.
while unconscious, while unconscious, one corner of Braga's mouth curls it.
And then he just kind of steps forward and looks at the thing standing up above him, and he's going to end his turn. Making it Sarmaeus.
Okay.
Do it. Whatever it is, do it.
What's my range on Big Baddie?
Bard them.
Sing a song with the demise.
50 feet.
Okay.
Sing them.
I want to get up right next to Zen
Okay.
on our left side.
That's 20 feet of movement.
I meant on the right side, actually, sorry. Okay, now how far am I from Big Baddie? I should be 30, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot him with my sling.
Okay.
Mixing it up.
Mixing it up.
Ah, that's gonna be a 6 to hit.
A sling and a miss.
That, yeah.
Ah.
That does not hit.
Wow.
Don't encourage him.
I like it. I'm sorry.
I love it. So that was my movement and my attack, so that's my turn.
Making it Big Baddie's turn.
No.
No,
No.
no, not him.
No, he
We
didn't.
just killed his
just
pet.
killed his puppy.
Now he's mad. Oh, hopefully he's not a John Wick character.
We just killed his puppy.
Oh gosh.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. So he's going to move forward, and as he comes down the stairs, he's going to point at you, Savian. And
How's your brain feeling?
Been here, done that. Whatever it's gonna do, it's probably gonna do 8 points of damage, whatever it does. So, bye.
Bye.
you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, a wisdom save. You said.
And you get to do it with advantage.
Oh. Oh, right.
Thanks.
Yep.
12.
12 does not make it.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you kind of like you feel yourself lose control of your body. And you turn around and you feel yourself make an attack on Samaya. So make an attack.
Fine.
24.
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh, which weapon would you like me to wield, Dungeon Master?
Use your dagger,
Okay,
since that's what you had in your hands.
that's true. 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And yeah, make my offhand.
Nope, that's going to be it for now. And then he's going to move right past you and go through this door.
No.
As
Do I get a save at the end on my turn?
Let me double check. No, you do not.
Bye.
You see the door open up into a larger room.
Connected to dots, y'all.
Get your hand axe back, Brago. If you're alive.
And that's as far as he gets.
Okay.
Bring it to Zin.
Okay, can I slightly rephrase my question from earlier? Not like so. Even if I don't know a lot about like the creature itself, can I at least recognize it as the creature that attacked like my village?
Yes.
Okay. So
Go on.
as I see it walk through the door,
It's not the exact creature.
right? I
but
know, but like
same,
the type
same kind.
of
Yeah,
creature, yeah. So I'm gonna, as I see it walk through the door, I'm gonna scream like, "Don't you walk away from me!" And I'm gonna like walk through the door and come up behind it and attack it with my flail.
Yeah,
It's
fuck it up.
reactivated, and I'm gonna scream, "This is for the Clan Clawfoon!" and attack it with my mace.
All right.
And
Attack with my hidden mace.
my hidden mace,
As opposed to your
my taser.
sitting mace?
Yes.
Yes, precisely.
My formal
Um,
dining. My formal dining.
Formal
mace.
dining mace.
Here to release
This is
master
my
parties.
This is my date mace.
Yeah.
18.
This is the mace I wear after Labor Day.
18 hits.
It's not white.
Oh, it's terrible. Okay, I mean, almost minimum, which isn't really that bad for me, but still. 5 bludgeoning and 2 lightning damage.
So 7 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like, as you run up behind him, and you catch him right in the side, right underneath his breastplate, and you just see this electricity shoot through him, and you kind of see a little bit of it burst out from underneath the plate that he's wearing, as he takes the damage. Anything else?
No. I hold my ground.
All right. Fabian, you're up.
Do I don't have control of my body.
I was gonna say, don't you, I know you don't, but
And I don't get a save, so I guess I'm doing nothing or whatever.
that's what I'm checking. Yeah, you just you are charmed and are under his control.
Yep.
Wait, don't half-elves have charm?
That's why I had advantage, but I still rolled like garbage.
Oh, dumb. Does he get to roll a saving throw
I
this
don't.
turn? That's so dumb. Okay.
Just working for them now, I guess.
You turncoat?
Making it Brago's turn, which you don't have to make death saves anymore, so it brings it to Claws.
Just a little bit of drool comes out of my mouth.
Can I see where the creature went? From where I'm standing?
You can see that right behind Sabian, there's Zin is like standing in a doorway of a set of double doors that he opened up.
But I can't physically see the creature.
I would say, yeah, from there, without moving, no.
I'm going to let. I'm going to rest Floon against the wall.
Okay.
Walk forward enough so I can see into the doorway.
So I'd say probably
Yeah, and
right
cast
there.
and slam my spade on the ground, casting Toll the Dead.
Oh, that dead.
Wisdom save.
Yes, please.
Wisdom with the damage.
Fucker.
How dare he?
Yeah, I know.
How dare he?
How
Can't
Who
do
the fuck does he
anything.
think he is?
Who the fuck do they think we are?
18. Anything else?
Okay, do anything else? I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get back to Floon. Is he conscious at all?
He is.
Is
He's hurt pretty bad, but he's conscious.
just kind of like kneel down to him. We're gonna get you out of it. And then that's the end of it.
Alright. Making it Neverember's turn. Who
Stab that tentacle-faced fucker.
Yeah, he's gonna step in right beside you, Zin, and just try and stab him. Which his first attack hits,
I don't know.
dealing 10
Probably.
damage. His second attack does not hit. So he kind of like sticks him in the side with his first rapier swing. He goes for it again, but kind of like is a little wide and just goes right beside him. And then he's going to use his offhand to make an attack with his dagger, which also misses. So just in the excitement of like rushing in, he gets one good shot off, but just kind of like can't follow through on the rest of it. Making it Sarmea's turn.
Okay.
You stand in front of Sabian, who's just looking at you with this kind of like dead expression on his face,
Can I
holding
know?
a dagger coated in your blood.
Can I know in game if he would get an attack opportunity on me if I move?
I would say you probably wouldn't know that,
Okay.
especially with as powerful the magic that's at play.
Sabian says, sorry about this.
Okay. But he's still got that look
You
on
got
his face.
control over your mouth.
I mean, he could make me say that too.
Oh. So if I were to grapple someone, that's an action, not a bonus action, right?
Take your attack. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to grapple Sabian.
Okay. Athletics check.
I'll do acrobatics.
Oh, is that a choice? Can I please do acrobatics?
No, it's a
No,
choice for me.
yeah, it's only a choice for the defender.
17.
3.
Yeah. You try to how do you try and grapple him?
I'm going to use my tail to wrap it around one of his ankles and try to yank him down.
Your tail wraps around his ankle, and you just feel him kind of plant it into the ground. And as you pull, you feel your tail just kind of like slip right off of it and come off.
Okay.
And he just kind of stares back at you.
Dead fish eye.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
It's really hard. In character, I would move, but out of character, I'm at 3 health.
Oh, I know.
I know.
Oh.
I'm a warrior.
This shit just released.
Yeah, Sarme is gonna move to where Floon is.
Yeah.
To where what?
To where Floon is.
Cracking face.
Okay.
If you want
You turn around and you just bolt it.
Yeah.
And as you get away, you just kind of look back and you see Sabian just staring at you with that same dead expression.
Thank goodness. Okay.
Big guy is gonna move forward, invoking attacks of opportunity from Renair and Zin.
Yes, please.
We'll take that. Thank you.
Renair misses.
Not one.
Guess we're
Crit
getting,
fail!
guess we're getting to use
We
the
get a new
fun
die.
weapons.
All right.
Consequences.
Bludgeoning damage, right?
Yep.
You go to make your swing, and you feel your grip loosen just slightly when you think it's going to hit him, and your weapon
No.
scatters to the floor and lands right on the other side of him.
No.
10 feet away from you.
That's 2 demons that need to drop your weapon.
God
Don't just stand there.
damn it. It's not my turn yet.
You still have your movement.
That was
This
attack
is
of
my
opportunity.
turn.
Oh, right.
And you see him, Zin and Renair would see him, you see him like reach into a sleeve of his robes,
Mhm.
and you see him pull something out and slam it into this pillar that he's standing in front of.
It's another brain puppy.
That's exactly what I was thinking. But I didn't want everyone to know it.
Sorry.
After he does that, he turns around and just looks right at you.
Yes.
And then,
No, thank you.
and then, Sabian turns around
Who walked with me?
and makes an attack on Zin.
Hits.
I don't have to attack. Five points of damage.
Okay.
And he looks at you, and you same kind of thing. You don't actually see his face make any sort of gestures or movement, but you hear this voice in the back of your head. You stumbled into this. You should be more careful. And as he says that, you see this wall here start to swirl with this black energy, and this doorway, this black doorway appears, and he moves through it, and is gone.
This is close after.
So actually, sorry, I forgot one important detail. So as he goes to move, he turns around and grabs the thing he stuck into the pillar and moves back through. It does not fall.
Okay.
God damn
Zin's
it.
your turn.
I wish it closed. I really wish it closed.
I kind of wish it closed too. Like a dick.
Oh god, I hate
Yay.
myself right now so much, but I know exactly what I would do in character.
Go do it.
Do it!
I say,
Follow your dreams.
or I'm exactly where I need to be.
Am I still under his control?
After he walks through, you feel yourself regain your body.
So in response to what he said, I say, or I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. And as I'm walking in that direction, I grab my flail and I walk through the portal. I can't not.
I totally respect it. I totally respect it.
I'm going to die right now, probably.
If this
but
portals
I
mean
literally
those portals,
can't not.
I hate you.
Zin,
I hate you so much.
you walk through this black doorway, and as you walk through the other side, you find yourself staring at a stone pillar that rises up above you. And then you turn around, and where the black doorway is another stone pillar that rises straight up. And then you look down to your right, and you see this guy taking off down this long hallway.
I run after him as much as I can.
So you'd be able to move like 10 feet once you got onto the other side. So you wouldn't be able to catch up with him.
Wait,
I have
you
an
guys-
attack
you
that can
could
dash.
You could dash.
You could dash.
I mean, if I can attack, having gone 10 feet, I would dash.
So
So another 30 feet.
let's see, how far did he So he'd be like 10 feet out of your range.
Dive at him.
I technically have a crossbow.
So you would use your.
Well, no, I guess you wouldn't, because he was standing right next to you when he started his turn. So you could get next.
Okay, I'll attack.
Wait,
Wait, you
didn't you have
dash.
to dash? Oh no.
No.
No, he said I
Because he
technically
dash.
could because he actually, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna do it.
So there's 2 pillars and the thing. The
So she basically
15?
walks out of one pillar to be staring at another one, and then there's this
oh, okay.
hallway that extends off in both directions to your left and right.
Got it.
15.
15 just hits.
Okay. Get him!
10 bludgeoning damage and 2 lightning
Ooh,
damage.
nice.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah. So you kind of just run up behind him and you stick your flail right into the middle of his back, and same kind of thing. You just see like sparks shoot out from all over him. He's definitely taking some damage. Anything else?
I can't attack again, so I just wait.
All right.
I'm running through the. I regain my senses and walk through the portal. I'm going in too. Can I get up next to them? Or
Let's see.
Oh god.
You're able to get through, and you'd be about 5 feet behind Zing.
I'm gonna throw daggers at him.
Dagger.
Dagger. No 3 dagger.
Just 2.
I don't want to unzip my hoodie for that.
Yeah. Ooh. 23 to hit on the first one.
That hits.
Come on, sneak attack, don't be garbage. Not garbage, sneak attack. Not garbage, regular damage. 13 points of damage.
Max damage.
All right.
Max damage.
And then I'll throw my
It's a terrible idea.
offhand
We don't do that bad.
if he's up still.
So it's 13 total?
That is incredibly unfair.
Yeah.
15 plus 5, non-natural 20.
That hits.
3 points piercing damage.
All right. He's definitely starting to show signs that he's starting to hurt. You see him kind of like gripping his side where he took damage from that rapier attack from Renair, but he's still just like got his back turned. He's trying to get away.
Sabian goes, "Where you going? We're just starting to have fun." Oh yeah, I'm that guy.
I'm that guy.
Even after just being out of mind control, you're like, yeah, we're gonna be cocky about this.
It would be Brago's turn. It would be conscious.
I'm
Flawless.
cocky because
I
I don't think
I'm gonna look around and not see anyone, not see the other two in here, and look at Sarmea and go, keep an eye on Floon, and kind of like try to push past Rainier to see what I see.
What do you see with your L5s?
Yes.
So you walk in and you see this kind of like stone pillar in the middle of the room there, and you see this opaque black, like swirling energy that seems to sit in this like stone frame. in
Do
the
I have
wall.
enough movement without dashing
Are
to?
you on med duty?
That was 20, so you'd be able to get right in
Fine
front
with
of it.
that.
I think I'm going to dash straight into it too, and just
As
I'm
you do,
getting.
Renair says, "No, don't! You don't know what you're doing."
Nope, we don't.
No, I mean, but that's the thing. Like as I walk in, as I respond to him, neither do they, and I walk in.
And you walk in and you see this scene where you're right behind Savian, who had just hucked the dagger over Zin's shoulder, who had just ripped her flail out of this guy's back.
I would say I would use the rest of my dash movement to get as close to that, as close to the flare as possible.
You would absolutely be able to.
Just for sake of keeping him harried. And maybe getting into a when it comes up.
Yeah, so make your attack. Oh, you...
No.
Yeah.
I just
So
want to
you
get
use
next to him.
dash, yeah. So that's it. Renair is up. You see him turn around and walk out of the room. Sarmea, he comes up to you. What the fuck do you think your friends are doing?
Don't look at me. Did you see me? Oh, do I get to react right now?
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Did you see me go in there? I'm not going in there.
You don't actually know what happened in there, though.
Oh, right.
You've been standing over here.
Right. So then I would say, did you see what that creature did to Sabian? I'm not getting anywhere near that creature.
I don't know what he did, but your friends followed him through some portal that he opened.
Great. Don't leave me in here.
Well, in this instance, you two would be left behind while we all reroll characters.
I'm not going after that. I need to get Floon out of here.
2 hours later, I could come to.
Will you help me with my friend Brago? We can get them both out of here.
Yeah, I owe you all that much.
Split the party.
And yeah, he.
Yeah. I'm telling.
We die to roll as
I would like to be the son of the Lord of Neverwinter. That's my character. Easy peasy. Backstory right
Yeah,
there.
so
You already got character art.
Renee kind of like gets down like on the floor near Floon and starts to like check him out and help him out with anything that he can. I'm just gonna make it your turn, Starman.
Yep, I'm gonna go check on Brago.
I'm an unconscious dwarf.
Yeah, and you see Brago laying on the ground unconscious next to this other large, bulky figure and
You're lying in a puddle of blood.
a brain puppy that's slumped against the
This
wall.
will be the first time.
So cute,
I will
so
be
squishy.
alone.
Yeah, my plan is fully to try to get Brago up
that was a
and
conscious.
go with
Good job.
Renair and Flynn.
Okay, I'd say make an athletics check to try and pick him up and carry him.
Oh boy. 4.
He's a bit heavy for you. He's a dwarf. He's small in stature, but he's dense. He is dense.
Is that the
So you definitely struggle, and Renair ends up seeing you struggle, and he comes over and kind of like gives you a hand, and you're able to get him back over to where Floon is, and you guys are both there, trying to figure out what to do. Anything else? I mean, that's all your movement. I gave you a little bit extra, but
Yeah. I mean, no, this just trying to enact this plan of getting the fuck out of here.
Enact it.
But the plan is to kill my
Not my plan. My plan is to not die.
plan. That is not necessarily our plan.
I'm 20 years old. I'm too young to die.
I'm 19.
Okay, well,
Just saying.
you have like a personal
I
vendetta.
do, actually.
I don't.
Don't bring me into your personal
I
I
actually
like my
have
life.
a
I
personal vendetta.
have family that I love.
I'm only
don't,
170,
so yeah.
so like
How long are you near elf length, like multiple hundreds? So I'm like just turning.
So
Maybe
you
30.
see the creature in front of you, Zin, turn around, and you see him kind of make some hand motions. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
black pillars. The pillars are.
The pillars are like just stone gray.
Okay, great.
Okay. Come on,
I
Jeff.
don't make it.
So
That would be a 5.
after he finishes his hand motions, you kind of feel yourself become a bit lighter. It feels like, and then all of a sudden you shoot 15 feet up into the air against the ceiling.
God damn it.
Yeah.
No!
And he turns around and uses his dash action to book 60 feet down the
I would
hall.
like to make an attack of opportunity. Thank you.
That is the worst thing that could have
I
happened.
know, right?
I would have rather been killed than like just be helplessly unable to
Oh.
attack right now.
I rolled a.
Just
7.
floating around.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
he
air.
just ducks right out of your
I
way.
tried.
But he can only move 30 feet.
He dashed.
He dashed. He moved 60 feet.
He cast his.
Oh wait, no, you're right. So only 30 feet.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. Bonus action the fuck out of this turn.
Uh,
Just
Are my
gotta-
daggers still stuck in him?
Yes,
Okay, thanks.
because you threw it. So
That's fine.
yeah.
That's an amazing question.
I think
Yeah.
I picked up this extra dagger.
Yeah. You never know when
Now
it'll
I'm
come in
all
handy.
all
I should've
nerfed, and there's
looted
nothing I can do
it.
about this, right? Like, there's no saving throw I can make or anything.
Welcome.
I'm just like up here now.
The only way you can move is by like pulling yourself along something.
And if I'm not mistaken, it keeps you on an even plane of the 15 feet up, correct? It's not like you can go down.
All right. Anybody know
yeah,
off the
no,
top of their head what the distance on the light crossbow is? Because I did not know it on my character sheet.
I think it's 30, 60?
No.
No.
More than that.
Yeah, that's a hand crossbow. Light crossbow is a lot more. It's like
But he floated.
Probably 61.
Wait. Light crossbow. Oh, there we go. 80, 320.
80.
okay, so I can reach him with the light crossbow then without
Oh, yeah.
disadvantage. All right.
Um.
So I could technically evoke my Crimson Right on this again, but I just have to take another.
No, your right's still active. You just.
Oh, but so I can use it on a
imbue-
different weapon.
I think so. I
Okay.
would have to double check that.
All right.
But I think you.
It just worded a little weird, so let's see. As a bonus action, you imbue a single weapon with an elemental energy of a known right until your next short or long rest. So I think it's,
But you can imbue your crossbow.
but I would
That's
have to
your
take the damage again.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. When you switch weapons.
Because it says single weapon, so I feel like I can do it again, but
You will take a point.
I would take damage again. Okay.
Shock arrows, though. Shock bolts.
Shock
Love it.
I'm
Love it.
kind of just blindly wanting to kill this thing, so I'm going to take the damage. I'm going to imbue my
I mean,
crossbow.
buy the ticket,
Sure,
take the
HPs.
ride.
For real, I mean, at this point,
Like-
though, for real, though. And I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow, because that's what I have right now.
You go one.
Huh?
How old are you?
I am now at 4.
Oh.
So, you know, it's fine.
Stiff breeze.
Not a stiff breeze, but
God damn it, 6.
That
Not
misses. Yeah. Yeah, your bolt
But I
just
take
kind of
pride
whips
in the
past
fact
him and
that I
scatters
tried.
across the floor.
You could have another attack eventually.
Yeah.
You might get another turn.
Sabian.
float on down.
So this guy is 35 feet.
35 feet from you.
Ugh, just so lame. At a quick glance, does Clovis have any daggers like on his belt?
No.
That's fine.
I have a mace. Can you throw it? No.
No. But I can run. I have a short bow I did this last time.
You do.
I'll take out the short bow and I'll take a shot.
Okay.
Good choice.
How wide is this tunnel?
I believe 10 feet. Let me double check.
Is it a 15 hit?
15 just hits.
Yes! Max damage, 9 points.
Boom! Get it!
For flavor's sake,
I lied. This hole is only 5 feet wide.
Perfect.
for flavor's sake, after my arrow misses, I start growling at it, like I'm trying to use my breath weapon again, but I can't. So there's just sort of little
Sparks
electricity
that kinda
sparks, kind of meeting from my fangs, but
Awesome.
nothing's actually happening, and I'm just
Godzilla,
you can just
baby.
see how fucking aggravated
I like how
I
those
am.
wind up Godzillas that actually walk and spark.
Yeah, exactly.
So how much damage?
Exactly the
9?
flavor I'm going for.
What
Just
about us
really
being
mad at Batman.
Dragonborn?
Yeah, you see this thing. You hit him right in the shoulder. You see it lurch forward, and he reaches up, and you just see him rip it out all the way through out the other side.
Well, he knows how to take an arrow out.
Coming up first.
And you just see blood just start to run down and soak his robes.
I am going to move probably I'll just go with 50 feet and just be 5 feet away from him.
Okay.
That's doesn't feel very smart, but I think it's what Sabian would do, and I don't think he wants him to get away. So
That makes it Wallace's turn.
If I run the full 30 feet, would it count for my face that winter thing for the 5 feet away from the creature?
but you are right next to it, so you can match its pace.
I guess
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can just run up and swing it.
so I'm actually going to run up next to it, face step to the other side so I'm blocking its path,
You're the best. I love
using my bonus action to make it roll a wisdom saving throw. Yeah. Because of my... So, you see me run past you, and as soon as I get right behind it, I go... And then right in front of it, and that's when it rolls the wisdom saving throw.
We have 30 feet. You can even bear from behind me and appear. in
I
front of me.
need to do
And
next
what's
to it.
causing the saving throw?
My face step.
Oh. So that's not a spell.
It would be a magical effect.
That's all I need. Alright. Natural 20.
It's not frightened of me.
It is not.
But I'm standing now in front of it, blocking its path, and I'm
As-
going to...
Are you saying phase or face?
Fey.
Fey.
Fade. F-U-I.
F-A-E. F-A-E. Fey step.
And you're gonna attack?
It is kind of like a phase.
Go for it.
I'm just going to take two-handed with my spade and swing right at it. This one. It's purple.
I like face stuff.
Face step.
That's 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
16 hits? Oh, God, just hit 2 from...
So it's a D8,
It's
right?
a D8 plus 1.
How bloodied is he looking?
He's pretty rough.
That is an 8.
Ooh.
So yeah, I run past you, bamf back in, and just whack.
Cold clock him on the side
Yeah,
of the face.
as you hit him in the face, and you just see this giant gash across his cheek, and you can see like a little bit of bone that's been exposed. And you see him look right at you, and those tentacles on its face kind of like rear up, and you see this circular mouthful raised to
shouldn't done that.
sharp teeth just growl at
Really
you.
close.
I was gonna say you cut his tentacle off.
I was-
That's sweet.
Didn't
like,
call that.
Like the slow
Fuck.
motion punch somebody in the face with the tentacles go sideways. It's like.
But I did use my face step, which takes it out of until short rest. Fuck.
So it's Renee's turn, and he kind of like
You're in front of it though.
sits up Flu
Oh,
and
yeah.
he says,
That
Flu,
was the
is there any way to get out of here? Is there something that can help us? Do you know anything about this place? And Flu is like, I don't know. I was blindfolded when they brought me here. I did see that thing putting some stuff behind its chair, but I have no idea what it is. Get me out of here. And Renair
Smash the brain
is,
buttons.
after hearing that, he
Thank
immediately
you. I
runs
was
over.
thinking.
It's a whole litter of brain buttons.
It's a litter.
He uses
I call it
his
the rock.
action to dash, and as he gets over there, you see him reach down, Sarmea, and you see him slide out this small wooden chest.
Ooh.
And that's his turn.
Okay.
Making it your turn.
Seeing him do that, I assume he has that taken care of. I'm gonna look behind that red curtain I'm closest to.
Okay. So you open up this red curtain, and you just see a small kind of sleeping area. You see like just one of those tossed together like mats of like straw and hay, almost like burlap looking that it's been filled with. And you see a set of manacles just kind of sitting off next to it.
Do I have? Would I be able to check out the same one on the other one on the same turn?
Let's see, you're right there. So
Okay, I'll open it.
What's behind door number 2?
you see pretty much the exact same thing.
And then I'm gonna yell at. Well, I'm probably going to yell at Rainier. Do you have any rope?
I don't. No, I'm sorry.
And I mean, do I have? Is there more I can do still?
I mean, you still have 10 feet of movement.
I'm just moving back towards Brago.
Brago.
I mean, you can use it to actually get all the way back to him.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Brago.
Yeah.
So I forgot to mention this twice. So after you smack this guy in the face with your spade, you notice that once you stepped past him, you are now in this large open promenade that kind of like curves around, and you see just sets of pillars that run through the middle of this room, and you notice that these pillars are just covered in giant carvings of eyes that seem to glow this iridescent purple. When you look at them, they seem to focus on you.
Oh, God.
So where is the mind flayer in relation to the prompt? Is he still in the hallway?
He had just got through the threshold.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so you're just barely in the room.
But am I blocking his path?
You are. You're
Okay.
standing right in front of him.
That's the point.
And I'm 5 feet behind him.
Yeah. Get that advantage.
And you've got an audience.
Yeah. Better you than me, buddy.
You're here too.
No, I'm not. Well,
I'll let
I'm
him.
10 feet away. I'm in the hallway. I'm pretty sure I'm not being like that.
As you see his tentacles rear up and you see that mouth exposed, he lunges at you.
Yeah, of course he does.
What do Aladdin brains taste like?
Flighty, light, airy, tasty.
Natural 20.
Oh, God damn it!
Ooh, what's your max HP?
Oh, well, I haven't been hit but once yet. Let's just say it's not a lot.
Because we're level 1. I don't know why we're doing this, but we are.
Y'all ran. I couldn't let you just run in by yourself.
I mean, you could have.
Yeah. I don't think.
I think your wife, we need to have an intervention about her characters that just run into willy-nilly.
I don't
You're like
think
the
Corliss
Urkel.
will let them
Did
go.
I
by
do
themselves.
that? You're like the Urkel of D&D.
Brago, were you glad he went down? Do you think you would have ran in
Take 28 psychic damage.
Oh, is that?
That's dead.
28 seconds. 28? Oh yeah, I'm
He
dead.
critted.
I'm toast. Bye guys.
Yep. That's dead.
He
dead.
ate my head.
Yeah.
He literally, you don't even have a chance to react as he just lunges forward and wraps his arms around you, and you just feel your face being shredded apart.
He eats your brain.
He does.
Damn.
Rest in peace.
Cool.
That's dead.
Hey, man.
God damn.
I did it.
Congrats.
I don't pray to those gods.
And he does that and just kind of throws your body to the side, and he starts to run off through the promenade.
Are you still floaty? Is
Yeah.
he
He runs-
limping or gimping? Or...
Oh yeah. And you see him. He starts to head off kind of towards the right, as where the room kind of starts to curve around.
Double your max like this?
Oh, I mean, that was
He almost
double my
tripled
max.
his max.
Yeah, he almost tripled my max.
Yeah, sure, but
Yeah,
double
it's
your
double
max.
your max.
It
It's
is auto
instant
death.
yeah.
And also,
It's
mind
my
flayers
It
get an
is
extra little thing
now
if
Zen's
they-
turn.
I mean, I'm guessing I can't get it with my crossbow at this point.
Now that he's started to you would have to somehow get to the end of the hallway so you can see into that room.
Space
Is
walk.
there a certain amount of distance between us that would make this spell not happen anymore? If he gets without when does this end? Is what I'm asking.
When he...
I mean, I guess I wouldn't know that in character.
You wouldn't know that.
Probably in a minute, if I had to guess. You could. It's only 5 feet wide. You could maybe try to spacewalk your way down the hallway.
I would.
Just grease Scotsman your way down there.
I mean, yeah. I guess if it's only 5 feet, I guess I would dig my claws in the wall on either side and
Yeah.
So it technically counts as climbing, so it's going to be half your movement.
Okay,
Oh,
so
did not
I
know that.
I
That's
can
good to know.
go 15 feet then.
So you make
can I
it.
see him?
Double check here.
Right around the corner. There's Xanathar.
I mean,
Does
there's half of me that thinks so.
let's see something. I'd say you were able to get just to like the opening, so you'd be able to see him.
I shoot him with my crossbow. Is he within 80 feet?
He is.
I don't have disadvantage. There we go. 19.
That hits.
4.
You can do it.
How high is the ceiling? How high is she floating? 15 feet up there?
Yes, but if she were to go out into
Damn
into the next room, the ceiling would go higher.
Okay. But she wouldn't automatically float that high because you have to use the spell. You have to use to raise it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 1 piercing, but 4 lightning.
You see him like holding his side, and he's limping real bad, and he's like trying to book it, and you let your bolt loose, and it hits him right in the back of the neck and comes out the front of his throat as he just
Yeah!
falls to the floor.
Make my death worth it!
Yeah.
So I assume she falls to the ground.
She would then gently float to the
Oh,
ground.
that's true.
Yeah. Don't make it worse.
I always forget that part of the spell, but
So I float down.
So yeah, you feel yourself released from the ceiling, and you gently float down to the ground.
How far? He's like into this open room now, right?
Yeah, he's
Like-
now like 35, almost 40 feet in.
And like I can like feel like these eyes would be like looking at me like
Yeah, once you look up and notice them, they all seem to be staring at you.
are they looking at me?
I like want to go get his body.
To
It's
each
so
person
bad.
that sees them, it feels like they're looking right at
Oh,
you.
okay.
But I'm scared to go get his body, but I want to go get his body.
I won't let you go get his body.
Okay.
I will pull on your shoulder or
I mean,
something.
I'm trying to go then.
I will
and-
hold you back. I'll say, it's not worth it. Look at those eyes. It's not worth it. We need to leave. We need to leave. We need to take the gimp's body out of here, too.
Okay. I'll carry Colas instead.
It's not worth it.
All right, so
We book it out of there.
so you pick up Paulus's body and you head back.
I left 2 stars.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll go. We'll leave.
Well, do you say that to my character?
That we could get the stone?
Yeah.
Yeah. We could get the stone to come back here.
Dungeon Master, do I know of potential ramifications of what we have done? Obviously, it's bad, but
That's pretty bad.
it's pretty bad.
I mean, you don't know that, like, in character. You are in a
Well,
place that
if
you
I
do
compare
not
it to my own
recognize.
organization, it's bad.
It's real bad.
Well, it can't get much worse from here.
Why did you even say that? Why?
Because I kind of want the stone.
I
think
mean,
I want the
I-
body.
I get it, but like, why would you
I
say that?
will dash out there. Yep. Well, actually, I don't know if I would. I'll take his body from
Then I will go for. I'm gonna go grab the Mind Flayer's body.
Okay.
Because we ain't that tight yet.
I know. We ain't that. We
We ain't
met
that tight.
today.
I know.
We met earlier this
Literally a matter of
afternoon.
hours.
I think we're gonna be good friends.
So
If you make it through
If
the,
I survive
the
this-
eye
If we
hall.
survive,
if I survive going and getting the Mind Flayer's body,
I don't wait for her. I take
that's
Wallace's
fine.
body.
I
back
go to get the Mind Flayer's body.
portal.
I want it.
So as you run, you like go and pick up Paulus, and you kind of like fireman carry him. You throw him over your shoulder, and you run back to as much as you can run while carrying somebody. You run back to the portal, and you go through it and slam into the pillar behind you.
No shit.
Oh, the portal's closed?
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
there.
Oh.
You just can't go through it.
Oh.
It's one way,
Oh.
maybe.
Or-
And I wait for Zoom. I wait for Zoom.
I go grab the Mind Flayer's body.
You're picking it up and taking it with you.
I throw it over my shoulder.
I loot clothes.
You
Wow.
So you pick up the
we
up
ain't
the
that
body,
tight,
you
bro.
get the same thing, you kind of fire and carry it, and as you come back to the entrance of the promenade, you see Sabian still standing there.
Okay, I approach him.
Wait, what?
I
She goes and picks up the body, and she comes back, and when she goes down the hallway, she sees you still standing in front of the portal.
I will put the Mind Flayer's body on the ground, and I will start searching through its robes for however long it takes until I find the thing I saw it stick in the wall.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
And at some point, I do have a plan.
I was gonna say, you guys are out of combat.
I want to
so-
help. I want to help her.
It was about to be a 15, 7.
I want to
But
help.
yeah,
her.
roll advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. No.
God damn it.
7.
God damn it, Jess.
So it takes you a little bit, but you do end up finding it. What you find is just this orb of like black stone.
I would attempt to do what I saw it do when it opened the portal.
You just like start sticking it against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of like rub it against the wall, and nothing really happens. That portal is still there in front of you.
Okay, but we
But-
could. Now that I'm going to try to go through it now that I'm holding the stone.
Okay.
Can
You
I get
smack
there?
right into the stone.
Can I Arcana check this thing to try and figure out how it works?
Sure.
I am proficient. So. Fuck. 8. Not good.
All you really know is actually you didn't see it do the thing because you were under its control.
True. But I would still attempt to figure out maybe how.
I would
Yeah.
explain to you what I saw it do
Okay.
when it opened it.
Alright.
So with that, all you can assume is that it acts as some sort of key. You're not really sure how it works or what he did to activate it, but from what Zen tells you, you know that he used it to open this.
So is there another hallway out from this room with the 2 pillars? Is it just the?
Yeah, there's the hallway that goes down towards the promenade, and there's another one that goes the opposite direction.
And we can't see where it leads.
You see,
Also, is it lit in here?
it's dim light.
No, it's
Um,
not lit.
sorry. So you look the opposite way of the promenade, and you see a wall that's there, but then you see that it goes left or right.
I think we just have to try to get out of there and not that way.
So just look for another
I
exit.
think I don't know. I don't think we have a lot of time. We gotta get out of here.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well,
you get to drool.
what's Renair doing? Is he gonna come back with that box?
Yes, I was gonna. So he comes back and lifts it open, and you see 2 bottles of bright glowing red liquid.
Oh, I know what this is. Renair probably knows too. I'm gonna grab one and open it and pour it down Brago's throat.
It turns out it's not a.
It's just acid.
You stole fizzy lifting drink.
Brago's unconscious body just starts to float towards the ceiling.
You get nothing.
I would just throttle the foot and just
Ragdoll.
Roll 2d4 plus 2.
5 plus 2, 7.
You gain 7 health points.
And I will do the same for Flynn with the other potion.
You can roll the
Okay.
points if you want.
That's gonna be 7 as well.
Okay.
Roll the same thing.
I'm just gonna be like,
What?
grab my mace, grab my maul, and just be like, what? What happened?
We need to get out of here now.
Where are the rest? Where are the others?
I don't think we should concern ourselves with them. They made a choice.
What choice?
We ain't that tight.
Yeah, go,
We ain't
just
that tight.
go look in that other room, and you'll
That's
see
the
the
motto.
choice.
This game.
Okay. And Brago is going to stand up, look around, see Floon.
Yep, Floon is next to you.
You have Floon
Looking a
along
little
with-
bit better, but not a whole lot. He's still looking pretty beat up.
He's conscious, right?
He is, yeah.
I'm gonna walk into the other room and just perceive.
You walk in and you see this stone pillar rising up from the middle of the room. You see a couple doors around the outside of the room, and you see that this black, opaque, swirling energy that seems to reside inside this stone doorway that almost looks set into this
Do
wall.
I have any idea what that is?
Roll.
You have no frame of
find out
context.
target check.
That's why I'm like, I don't really.
Hey.
That's gonna be just a 12.
A 12. If Sarmea didn't mention anything to you, you can assume that it's some sort of portal. You probably only heard stories about it and never actually been through one yourself.
It's magic.
It would be, yeah.
It's the devil.
It's-
I actually have
it's
more experience with magical artifacts. than
definitely
magic
feel this
magic.
large, pulsing, like, magical energy coming off of it.
So Sarmea is actually, since she hasn't actually seen the portal, she's gonna run and just get, like, stay as far away as possible, but she just wants to catch a glimpse of it before running back to Flume.
Well, when I see her, I'm just be like, whoa, did they go through that?
Yes.
Sure. That seems bad.
And I haven't come back.
Hey man, I knew it was gonna be. It didn't. Somehow.
It was worth it.
You can't tell me that you're thinking about going in there.
I don't have any desire to go through that.
I want to go home. You're welcome to
How
come.
long have they been in there?
What, like 5 minutes, Ian?
No, not
No,
even.
no. That combat was only 4 rounds, so it's been a total of 24 seconds.
So probably coming up
And
on a
he
minute,
hit that
minute and a
probably
half.
on, what was it, on his second turn. So it's been 12 seconds since it opened.
Now I'm trying to think of how long
18 seconds.
how long it would seem to Sarmea.
And then it's probably
Yeah,
been about
I'd say
it's probably been
another,
about
like,
another 20 seconds. It's probably been about 45 seconds total.
yeah, it's like another like well because like I went and picked up the body
Okay,
and
okay.
we walked back.
So we'll
but
say-
like yeah, it's really only been like a minute.
Not
Yeah.
that long, but
Not
did you
even.
see that thing?
The big guy with the face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
I
seen
did.
anything like that.
He's
Roll
got
a
the
nature
face.
check. Have I seen this before? Probably not. 9?
Definitely not.
I've seen guys with
No,
faces.
I've never seen.
The guy
Never
had
seen
a-
the
he had a
noodle
face.
face.
Yeah, I don't.
Next mind flare sees straight up. That's
Yeah.
what I'm calling it.
Noodle
Noodle
face.
We need to get out of here, and we need to inform the city guard, the city watch, the watchful order, just everyone. This should not be in Waterdeep.
I agree. I feel like we should wait maybe for just like a few more minutes, just in case. But then, yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
We got what we
As
came.
you're-
We got who we came for.
As you're saying that, you see that black swirling energy start to dissipate, and then disappears, and you guys see the same thing happen on your side.
Well, what do you think now?
Let's get out of here.
You might be that type.
By the end of this, yeah, might be.
As soon as he says, "Let's get out of here," I'm gonna grab his arm and start walking towards
I
Fury
sent
Rain.
you a list of the stuff.
They're
Well,
there.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go. I'm gonna
yeah.
go as I'm walking out and I see this big, the guy that I tackled. I'm gonna like quickly search his body for like weapons and shit.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
13.
13. So you don't find a whole lot on him. You find 4 nibs. Oh my god, nice everywhere. But then you also find tucked into a pocket underneath his robes a book.
Ooh. Stuff says.
Sweet. I mean, it probably looks like gibberish to me at the moment. I assume it's like encrypted. Or
Yeah,
is this
it's written in common.
it's written in common? All right. I'm just gonna like open it and just like look through a couple of pages and then like boom in the back.
Do I see him do that?
Yeah.
What was that?
It's looks like a spell book.
That's all the interest I'll show right now.
I'll look later.
So you did that. You go back to Renair, Starman, and you hear
Level 1, y'all.
You hear
That's it.
you hear him kind of like shake the chest, and you hear a bunch of clinking of metal inside of it. Inside of it, you find
Wait, like underneath the healing potions?
like they were in there with the healing potions.
Oh, okay.
You find 250 nibs,
Ooh.
Ooh, are you writing this down?
Yep.
Okay.
82 shards,
Okay.
and 16 dragons. And I think that's a pretty good place to take a break.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got some shit I need to figure out. Not gonna lie.
Did we just fuck with some shit? I think we did.
Did we do the unexpected?
I mean, I knew there was a chance, so I prepared for a bit of it, but fucking hell.
I didn't want you to die.
Oh, I'm okay with this.
I know you are.
Like any
What are you gonna
long-term
roll up
D&D
next?
player,
Well, I
we've
have
got
an
like
idea.
30 ideas in waiting. guys.
Well, here.
Just like,
Oh yeah, I got a couple.
my problem's
Alright,
not gonna
guys,
die.
we're
My
gonna take
problem-
our break. I
Yep,
got some shit to
promise that
figure
I'm
out
gonna
for
pick
you
Light
between the
guys,
next 5.
and we'll be back in a little bit.
Word.
Nope,
We love you.
And we are. And we're back!
Hey!
Flop sweat time.
Yeah. Welcome back to this crazy shit that is now happening.
Time out.
Um,
Time out.